The weather hasn't put a stop to some cold mainstays. We'll tell you how a warm winter couldn't stop charity.
We also spotlight some deserving people. These stories and more are coming right up.
I'm Sergeant John Vetty. This is Assistant Fire Chief Joel Schmidt, and this is Lake Area Beat. So, Chief, you came back.
I did. Yeah, it was a good time.
How was the reaction from the people that are in your networks?
Pretty good. Had a couple autograph sessions.
Oh, I bet you they put you at a big autograph table right next to the table of Taylor Swift.
Oh, absolutely.
Little competition there. Who got the most autographs?
Of course I did.
Oh, of course.
We've got a couple of White Bear Lake officer profiles to feature in this episode. And we start with our veteran officer who explains how the landscape of law enforcement has changed during his tenure.
Here's his story.
It's gone quickly in a lot of ways. Like, it feels just like a blink of an eye. Like I've been here, but then I look back at some of the stuff, like early in my career feels like ages ago. I tested at White Bear Lake, and I want to say it was 120 people that tested for 2 spots. And like, I mean, it's no secret now that we can't like get applicants, period, basically. Like, we're trying hard. That's wild to think how that changed in a decade.
Look, yeah, you're right.
I think that I find the satisfaction and the thanks, especially now as like a school resource officer, like impacting the younger kids. Last year, a kid came in that was kind of having like a panic attack, and he just wanted to talk with me. And I didn't really even know him. Like, he had known me from like walking around, and maybe I had said hi to him before, but I was like a safe person to him that he could like vent to and be honest with, and didn't feel judged. I felt like I made a difference in that kid's life that day.
You get your email from Rick saying that everything's good, and
Yeah, that's great. That's good. So
I always enjoy going to work because I got people I like working with. I have, some have gone to the point where it's friendships outside of work that will last beyond work, which is really nice to have. It's great leadership. You just feel like you're supported. Like, if you're doing the right thing or trying to do the right thing, you know you're supported by your leaders. Like, that's really a good feeling. I feel like everybody going in says they want to do it to help people. And maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Like, it was true for me, but I didn't really understand what that even meant. Like, you're a police officer, you help people, what does that mean? But now I think I recognize like the individual people that I'm helping and seeing like the opportunities for that. And that just makes for like a meaningful career, where at the end I can like point to all the times where I really actually made a difference. Like, there's not a lot of jobs that you can do that at the end and say like that was worth it.
Well, Chief, I don't know how the fire service is, but I know in policing, it's been a little bit of a struggle getting the same number of candidates that we did 10 or 15 years ago, but I think that'll change. There are a lot of younger folks. We have high school students reaching out to us saying that they feel that this is a calling, they want to go into the profession, and we've seen these waves over the years, ever since the 70s up till today, and I think we'll bounce back.
You know, it really is. It seems like a real thankless profession, but I mean, you guys do great work, and be able to be out into the community and really make a difference is really what it's all about. So I think it'll bounce back.
Yeah, and thank you for that. I know the fire service, EMS, they're always looking to hire the best recruits too, and it takes all of us together, to really serve the community and keep public safety, in the good shape that it is.
It really does. So we'll get there. It'll just take time. The White Bear Lake community has a long tradition of supporting the polar plunge.
While many events were canceled this year due to warm temperatures, we take a look at a group who were freezing for a reason.
You know, this is what a great event we have, and I mean, it's fun that, you know, I think 11 of us are jumping from the PD and our families and stuff. It's really exciting. What a great cause. We have really great people, and, you know, just what a wonderful atmosphere this is. So.
The White Bear Lake Polar Plunge has raised nearly $4 million for Special Olympics Minnesota in its 22-year history.
Props to all the plungers. I can't think of a better way to start the morning than a cup of coffee and some friendly conversation. Can you?
I can't. And neither can the folks in our next story. Take a look.
Hey, all right, cheers. All right,
Small mocha.
Straight, black, no cream, strong as you can get it.
Okay. Jonah?
Exactly the same as Chic.
Nothing belongs in coffee other than coffee.
I go ask Butch go. He strikes me as probably like.
Yeah, he's probably got several ounces of cream and vanilla and caramel in his, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. We're gonna do some cream and sugar. Coffee's gotta be sweet and mingle with the community. This place is a great new spot in town.
Well, I hope we haven't disrupted your guys' morning routine by you guys. This is what you do every okay.
It's a tough job. I mean, all these guys are great and stuff, and they come out and do a lot of this community stuff. So it's kind of nice to see them out. If more people would come out and meet these guys and seeing that they're not the bad guys, that would be good.
Well, thank you. Thanks again. See you guys.
Community outreach and engagement is such an important part of our job, and it's something that I love so much. I've been fortunate enough to be on our community engagement team, and in the last month or two, we've had great engagement. We've attended some cultural events for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We've also served food to families at Solid Ground. We had the coffee with the cop, and as the weather gets warmer, we're just going to continue with more of these events because it's going to be nice out and it's going to be great to meet with so many people in the community.
I can't wait. It is. I mean, you guys do a ton, which is great. Our main focus on community events kind of hit in the summer and then kind of go out throughout the warm season. But it is always nice to be able to interact with the public and have them come see us when it's not an emergency.
And when Night to Unite hits, both the police and fire are all out together at the neighborhood gatherings and parties, so we'll be planning all summer for that event. It took nearly 4 months, but a wave of snow finally hit this February, and we were able to release this snowplow video showcasing the coordinated events and efforts of our Public Works Department.
It's kind of fun being out before everybody's up, but it's early in the morning.
This season has been a lot busier with snow events. Every week we're out, whether we're sweeping sidewalks, plowing roads. We've been constantly busy moving snow. A lot of large snowfalls this year compared to the last few years too.
A lot of people think that all the drivers do is sit behind the wheel and just drive. They don't understand that we have to watch for traffic. watch for parked cars in the street, watch for trash cans in the street. This heavy snow, it makes it really challenging for the trucks. Everybody thinks these trucks can go through anything, and it's not so much the case.
I'll start at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm in one of the loaders. There's 2 loaders that are downtown. One will push the snow into either windrows or into piles. And then my role is to move the piles off the road into certain locations that are staged downtown. If it's too much snow, I think it's between 4 and 6 inches, then we use a snow blower. We blow the snow into contractors' dump trucks, and then they'll haul it off-site to another location.
The toll it takes on your mind for always being like aware of your surrounding and situational awareness, your mind just gets so tired. And you know, when you're on 10, 11 hours here, that's the hardest part, I think, of the day too, when you start getting those long hours here.
I know it's nice out, but technically we're still in winter. One thing to think about too is with all the snow that we haven't had this year, we haven't had to clear our fire hydrants. So one thing that's really important is if you have a fire hydrant in your yard or nearby, is to keep it clear. It takes us a long time if it gets buried to figure out where it is and clear the snow from it. It's pretty important for us to be able to have access to that stuff if your house is on fire. So again, just a quick little tidbit about that. Make sure to clear your fire hydrants.
Great advice. At the top of the show, we profiled veteran officer Jonah Shermer. In this next profile, we talk with an officer who understands the importance of having the more experienced officers as mentors.
I was in the Army National Guard for 7 years. Once I got out of that, I needed something that was a little bit similar to our services. And law enforcement was the logical next step for me. And I found way greater use and a better drive and more passion for this job than I ever did in the military.
I got a little drone, by the way.
Oh, congratulations. Knowledge is really the key here. You know, if you were to take, I'm a 3-year officer, if you were to take a bunch of me's and fill a department, we're probably not going to succeed. We succeed because we have the previous knowledge of all these officers that have been here for 10, 15, 20 years that really kind of shape and form us as police officers. I think they're invaluable. I don't think I would be as far in my career as I am right now without the assistance of veteran officers like you've seen here today. I didn't have the best childhood. There were plenty of times where law enforcement was involved, not necessarily for me doing any wrong, but times when I had to call them and they had to come out and help. And I remember some specific times growing up in Forest Lake, the Forest Lake Police Department, those officers would show up and hang out with me and my sister and play with race cars and, you know, just kind of calm me down in bad situations and make me feel like I wasn't even there anymore. They made me feel safe, they made me feel comfortable when they were around, and I held on to that throughout my childhood, my teenage years, now into my career as law enforcement. And I hope to impact a child that way, same as I was back then, to help those kids out, to make them feel safe, to maybe give them the same drive to go out and help people or get into this career, same as me.
Positive attitude every single day always comes in.
I really don't know where I'd be without those interactions. So I almost feel like I owe it to myself and my community and the officers that have helped me in the past to do well at this job. I want to make this the police department that everyone talks about in a good light. A police department that people are graduating from Century College and are like, I want to work for White Bear Lake. I would just like to see a little bit more, some applications out there. I would want to see some more like-minded individuals that are able to kind of get into this career field and do a good job. I know the media makes us look a certain way, so for us to go out there and show them what we really are, who we really are, that we're people rather than just government entities, I think that's it's a huge aspect of law enforcement.
We'd like to thank the members of the White Bear Lake PD for sharing their stories, as well as all of our public safety staff for all they do. I'm Joel Schmidt.
And I'm John Vetty. We'll see you next time.
Schmidt from Lake Erie Beach?
I am.
Please, can I get your autograph?
Oh my. Yeah, no problem. What do you want me to address it to?
To my favorite fan.
Okay, all right. There you go.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
No.
there you go. Oh, that's what you want me to write? Thanks for watching?
Yes.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't forget your name.